Hey, I was just looking through my friends list and on Discord, and I saw your name, and I wasn't really sure what to think. It was a long time since we talked. Not gonna lie, I kind of felt obliged to call you because it really has been a while. How long has it been? Um, 8 or 9 months. Damn. Well, all I'm saying is it's been a really long time, and the memories we had playing games like VR chat. Do you remember VR chat? Cause I sure, uh, because I sure do. You know, playing the game that I spent most of the year investing my time into. Well, it kind of brought me to realize a lot of things. Yeah. Well, it was a game that was obviously better when played with people who you became closer with, like you, obviously. And between then and now, a lot of stuff happened since we last talked, anyway. Well, forget about that. Let's just remember the good times. Oh, do you remember when you dragged me into a Homestuck VR chat world? Oh yeah, I do. You got me glued to the first chapter of Homestuck for a week. Come on. Although I completely avoided it afterward, it kept me occupied, I guess. Actually, do you remember how we met? Me being the narrator kind of character, I guess. Obviously, I remember how it went. Um, at the time, I believe it was a school day actually, and I was in a call with a bunch of school friends. I wanted to play VR chat because I couldn't be asked to play any more Rainbow Six Siege, as me and my mates did play it for the entirety of the weekend and the week prior. Well, so I joined a Unity Chan avatar server because I was looking for a Reinhardt Unity Chan avatar because it was hilarious. Just for the sake of doing it. Anywho, I was there for 30 minutes. With my friends screaming in the background, I was just sitting looking at my Instagram, I guess. And from the corner of my eye, I see a small figure walking in my direction. A small blue fox boy. I was really confused, and I guess I just turned to you. I put on my fake welcoming type accent and said my usual, "Hey, my dude, how have you been doing?" Instantly, you respond with a high pitched, "Did you assume my gender? I'm actually a girl. What's complicated?" Well, anyway, obviously being the hyper intelligent person that I am, I understood the misconception and had to explain that I personally use dude as a gender neutral pronoun, but people who don't know me, I guess, wouldn't know that. Anyway, it became clear that you weren't all too fluent in the English language, so I proceeded to try using alternate methods to communicate with you. Um, Only understanding that you were speaking Spanish, I asked, "Do you know English?" Which you were actually quick to reply yes, looking up at me with a cheery smile on your face. Shortly after explaining myself, using a very basic level of English, you told me you had to leave as you were in search of your friend. Before you left, however, you asked me if I ever were to find your friend, I should tell them to stay in the server which we were in, and I accepted your request and reset to my prior activity, but before I could even pull up my phone, an even smaller figure walked up to me, and I was completely baffled. This same routine applied, I guess, my fake welcoming voice with, "Hey my dude, how have you been doing?" with the sharp, snappy, but this time masculine reply, "Oi mate, I'm looking for a friend named," and I couldn't believe it. After just talking to you, the person you were looking for miraculously comes out of nowhere. So I kept to my word, telling him that you wanted him to stay in the server, and after a while I guess you realized that came back to the server and was following you, and you were probably following him, so it was a really odd circle. Anywho, you probably joined back around 20 minutes later, and I hear you screaming off in the distance. yelling, "Hey, hey, friend, here!" As you never really used their names, you just called them friend. I mean, that's just one thing that I liked about you, I guess. You were always that one person trying to make people feel comfortable. Ah, nice. And yeah, VR chat has kind of died, really, and I kind of miss the times you, me, and your friend had. We spent many afternoons just on Discord, let alone on VR chat, just talking about life, I guess. I avoided talking to my own IRL friends for quite some time after that. But I guess it's just every now and then you kind of feel like you found that place where you belong. Constantly talking to old friends. And even though it has been 8 months, it's surely been a great while. I've come a long way as well, actually. I've went from VR chat to being dragged into something called Gacha Life, and then from there, reuniting with old friends from VR chat to somehow talk with people from Gacha Life. It's just a mix, and it's just the absence of you being there, having that one friend, having that one particular character who I don't think could ever replace you. So it's just interesting, really. Anywho, I'm kinda tired. I just got back from school and... Huh? Trust me, I'm not gonna go to sleep now. I've got a lot of work to do. Yeah, I do. I mean, my art teacher gave me an entire speech on what I was meant to be doing the other day about how to shade properly using the Elliott method. The Elliott method. I mean, the entire idea of using concepts to make up for other things, like anecdotes to remember things, like... I don't know why, but the world fascinates me, I guess. It's just the reason why I want to keep living. Also, by the way, I have been improving in my Spanish, so if you try anything, like try talking to me, keep in mind I've only improved, haven't mastered it, and either way I'm still technically doing really bad in speaking. Can I tell you something about my Spanish speaking exam? It didn't exactly go all too well, because the subject that I chose was about family and friends, and I didn't exactly say the smartest thing. I kind of went on to say that basically, one of the questions is they have to ask you 2 questions at the end, and I mean a range of questions, and one of them was, do you enjoy your time, blah 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 blah, and what would you like to do in the future? That really threw me off. I didn't know any at all verbs or like particular phrases to use when it comes to future tense, I guess, and I was just mind blown. Then from there, guess what I decided to use? I try to I try to be really smart about it, only realizing after that I didn't use any future tense. And guess what I said? Instead of like, alright, if I remember correctly, the question was, where do you plan to go? What are your plans for the future? And really looking back at it, I was really like, it seemed really edgy. And if my teacher was really my teacher's response was pretty much self-explanatory, because in reply in Spanish, I said, sorry, me and my family have no future, so we have no plans. And then, my teacher's expression basically determined, oh my gosh, oh no. That's why learning vocabulary is really important when studying a different language. I am absolutely garbage when it comes to languages. I mean, I never wanted to study one to begin with, so not exactly my fault, but the UK's education system's pretty interesting, Throwing in the cheeky, hey, how you doing, wanna do this and that kind of shebang, And like, the government kind of forces you to do language nowadays. It isn't exactly the nicest thing to do, so that's cool. Especially if you're a higher student. Like I am apparently, so that's cool. But looking back at it, everything's just a journey, and it's just fun to look back on it again at the end when you do eventually complete this long trek. So, what have you been up to? Okay, alright. Well, believe it or not, but I have been playing Minecraft. And drawing on the side as well as a hobby. Did you, actually, yeah, I should probably go ahead and send you the fabulous, Joey B drawing that I did. Absolutely beautiful, by the way. He isn't actually Joey B, he's actually just a teacher in my school, but his, face is, definitely embraces of the, profound curvature. I know, right? My vocabulary has also increased drastically, so there's another upside. And yeah. Actually, speaking of which, I have my mock exam coming up. Yeah, I know, right? Actually, for the second day of my art exam is actually going to be my birthday, so that's gonna be pretty fun. Having to be sat in a 5-hour art exam, having to actually do my birthday there. Luckily, I don't get birthday beats. If that was the case, I would probably have to arm myself with pencils to chuck at the back of people's heads, Not saying I would actually do that, but you never know what I have to resort to nowadays. Oh. Wait, when's your birthday? Wait, it's in 3 days. 3 days? No, it's in 6 days. Oh, damn. Oh, nice. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Thursday. Quickly marking that on my profoundly amazing looking calendar, by the way. It is on the fleek. I know, I feel pretty dead just by saying that. Thursday the 29th of November. Why am I confuddled by my months? That's messed up. Anyhow, yeah. You want me to do you a favor? Alright, sure. I can do a favor, I guess. As long as it's nothing weird. Alright, promise me that. Anywho, yeah. What is the favor? Okay. Oh no. Alright, so you did find my ASMR YouTube channel. Kind of hoping you wouldn't. Because it is kind of a weird thing. I mean, it's more of a social experiment than anything else, but just don't mind it. Wait, you want me to make an ASMR for your birthday? Huh. Well, I guess I could do that. Sure. I guess I'll have it done on the 1st of December, I guess. I'll try having it done by then. Because I do have my mock exams, pretty stressful. But like having friends like you around is definitely what makes these times a lot more easier. Also, yeah, I invited you to the Discord server, didn't I? Of like a bunch of my old friends, didn't I? Yeah. Huh. Thanks again for not blocking me out of nowhere like a bunch of other people tend to do. Like this isn't just me, and I know it's just fact, but like for like people who I've known for a really long time, and they're like anime weeaboo kind of like borderline depressed kind of people. Actually, more or less depressed, but how it is they usually are in a state of depression, and they usually just end up blocking me because they usually just avoid contact with many people. And me and my friend used to have contact with this one person, right? And it wasn't exactly all too great because after a while, after the group fell apart, it was like a 10 core people in the group, and then after we fell, everybody else fell. The server became silent, all that nonsense, and I guess the Discord server just stopped existing. And I guess yeah, a bunch of people from the Discord server like ended up blocking me and my other friend who kept talking constantly. And this was 6 months ago, and like they only blocked me recently. I'm like, they must be going through some pretty tough stuff. So I guess I really don't want to disturb them, I guess. So yeah. Anyhow, yeah. Hope you have a great birthday, by the way. I am feeling really tired, and my mom's probably going to come home soon, so I probably do have to do a bunch of revision before I get yelled at. For the test I have tomorrow, anyway. Yeah, anyway, be safe. I'll see you around. And peace, I guess. Adios, my G, and be safe. This was a special happy birthday ASMR video for Neko Andi, a good old friend who I have actually known for 9 months since the beginning of, right up to the end of 2017, I believe, where I met Neko. And yeah, just a short, quick story about the times and memories that this is based on an actual conversation that we had. And yeah, it's just try to help you guys to realize the importance of conversations and reflection, I guess. Anyway, peace out, my G's, and have a good one.